Charlie, this is a classic football song.
Our countdown is right intact.
So right now it's 0 days, right?
0-0-0. We are counting hours to the start of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations.
Nice.
Oh my God!
Do you know what I love about today?
Tell me, what's
it's
it?
day 0 to the AFCON start, but it's day 1 of the AFCON start.
Oh yes. We have a few chaotic shouts very quickly on
we
that.
have to do these chaotic shouts to these amazing people.
Yeah.
Emmanuela Kanyagui is one of Joy Sports' ardent followers, and we want to just give you say good morning to you. A great
You've got a wishing Dr. Michael Nemo a happy birthday from Edmond Noy, right? Good.
And also to Mr. Jacob Odoy of Nestle Ghana Limited. God richly bless you. It's your birthday, actually, Mr. Jacob Odoy of Nestle Ghana Limited. Live to be 99.7 and beyond. So, George, I'm so excited about the Joy Sports special we're going to do in just a few minutes. After the groove, George and Gary will be back.
Ridwan will also be part.
And we'll be hearing from this man.
But there is huge pressure in the players, so sometimes I try to take the players' mind off the game a bit just to relax. So if you can see, sometimes I try to crack jokes for the players to laugh, just to feel at home.
Asamoah Gyan will be on the Super Morning Show. Of course, we'll be hearing him on the Super Morning Show because Benedict
Owusu
is already in Egypt.
Benedict Dubai to Benedict Egypt. Benedict Ismailia.
Benedict's Globetrotter.
Hard guy.
It's great. But George, I can't let you go without your telling me which gender is more complicated.
Oh, but this one is very simple. Oh, you let it's bad, too simple.
If it's simple,
the women are complicated, but they know. And they know.
What shows that they are complicated?
There's a woman who has sent me says we are sometimes complicated. Who told you? Always.
Always like the always like the name of it.
Always.
It's Sports Heritage brought to you by MTN 4G Plus. For the fastest connectivity and highest internet speed, choose MTN TurboNet. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good, and Multi-TV just thrills. The journey of 1,000 smiles began 10 years ago, and to celebrate this, MTN is giving away 10 brand new Hyundai cars in the MTN Momo at 10 promo, including the all-new Hyundai 2019 Santa Fe as the grand prize. You could also win other exciting prizes like the Samsung Smart TVs, up to 3,000 Ghana cedis in e-cash every month, and so much more. Just keep using your MTN Momo more for your everyday transactions to build points and win big from now till the end of August, only on Ghana's best network. Remember, promo winners will only be called with 0244 300,000. Again, winners will not be contacted through text messages nor be asked to pay any money to redeem their prizes. Dial *120# to check your points. Terms and conditions apply. So go on, just Momo it. We're there for you everywhere you go. Now, we believe in you and in the power of your dreams, in the fire in your soul and the sheer force of your will. You have what it takes to make great things happen, and nothing should stop you from living your best life, least of all your banking. With SC Mobile from Standard Chartered, you can conduct all your banking from wherever you are, as well as enjoy all the amazing perks that come with this exciting new app. We can't wait to share this new experience with you. Download the SC Mobile from the App Store or Play Store, and let's show you what real convenience is. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And we get into the Sports Center right now. Finally, the wait is over.
Mane shoots! 3-1, fantastic finish by Sadio Mane!
Rifted in towards Benatia, who marks his debut with a goal. Khazri's free kick into the air, headed down and in! And Tunisia immediately have a goal back.
Morris, brilliant turn, Morris shoots! Goal! That was magnificent!
Into the penalty area, curled into the middle, Ayew with a header! And there's an equaliser scored by Andre Ayew! Downward header at the far post, and it's the man from Ghana!
And they could have a second here, surely they will! It's going to be fired in by Ahmed Musa! His second of the game! Nigeria's second of the game!
Zaha looks to try and go around the goalkeeper, and Zaha rolls the ball in underneath the goalkeeper, and it's their talisman, Wilfred Zaha. Oh my goodness, what a goal! Salah has scored from 45 yards! That is an unbelievable finish from Mo Salah!
Ooh, the 34th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations starts today in Egypt, and the Black Stars are expected to touch down in Cairo this afternoon to begin the quest of ending the country's long wait for a continental title. Now, Joy Sports, my colleague there, Benedict Owusu, is in Ismaila now, the city that will host Ghana, and has come through with this report.
The city of beauty and enchantment is the other name for Ismailia, where the Black Stars will be based for their 2 opening games between Benin and Cameroon. The team is expected to arrive here this afternoon after spending 3 weeks in Dubai preparing for this year's Africa Cup of Nations. And of course, with the fine atmosphere and everything in place, they should have a very good ground to start what many see as the beginning to ending the country's long wait for the African title. Benedict Owusu reporting from Ismailia.
George Addo Jr. in studio. You know what? We're bringing you live commentary later today. You have to tune in. Remember that our massive viewing party will be at the Nesta Square. Star Bites, and a great opportunity for you to join us is brought to us by the courtesy of DSTV, where we're going to make these things work out. Gary Al Smith is here. We'll be hearing from him a lot. But Gary, what are you looking forward to this evening?
Match day, fun day. That's what they say. And we'll be having the game, like you said. We'll be going to Nesta Square, and then we come back into the studio at a point to begin our studio build-up. We'll be whipping up interest also on social media. Our hashtag is Joy AFCON. We've set up an Instagram account specially for the tournament. You can follow us on that one as well, Joy Sports GH. So Joy Sports GH on Instagram, same on Twitter, same on Facebook.
Let's do this, because after an intensive 3 weeks camping in Dubai, goalkeeper Richard Ofori insists the unity in camp will take them far, hence wants massive support from Ghanaians.
The way I see unity in the camp, they should keep on praying for us, and then they should have belief in us that we can do something, because as you are going for war, and then your country is not supporting you, it's nothing. You are just going. But when the country is behind you, when you are going for war, and then the country is behind you, you see you have a very strong hold, like strong people behind you, so you can fight a good battle. So what I can say is that they should keep on praying for us and supporting us, and then they have belief in us, and then I'm sure everything will be perfect.
All right, we're looking forward to that, but we have to pick today's edition of the Joy AFCON Minute. Here's Joy Sports, Baba Tando.
The AFCON Minute on Joy is brought to you by Total Excellium, the fuel that cleans your engine kilometer after kilometer, in association with GoTV and DSTV, your exclusive Total AFCON coverage destination. The 2019 Total African Cup of Nations is truly a historic event and will leave lots of memories once it is done. Even more memorable is the fact that the Black Stars are also trying in their own small way to make the tournament historic. Anyone seen the Black Stars players' official photo shoot trending on social media? The pictures have generated lots of mixed responses from social media users. Want to see the pictures? Log on to myjoyonline.com/sports, and when you are done, don't forget to follow the hashtag JoyAFCON on social media. Salam.
Baba Tando with this edition of the Joy AFCON Minute. Now we need to have a special preview to AFCON 2019 Day 1 with Egypt and Zimbabwe in focus.
Having won the Champions League, the Pharaoh superstar Mohamed Salah will be seeking to make it a glorious summer by adding a continental crown for Africa for his national team. Egypt were finalists 2 years ago, and they were nothing like as strong then as they are now, making them justifiable favourites for this tournament. The crowds for their games are expected to be massive, and Zimbabwe are exactly the sort of side they would have wanted to get that party going. The Warriors are rebuilding after a bleak period, inevitably tied to political problems, and 2017 was their first AFCON for a decade, but they got only 1 point and went out in the group stages. There are several firsts for the 2019 AFCON. It's the first to be held in June and July. Traditionally, it's taken place in the winter months, but pressure from European clubs, coupled with a desire to have an expanded 24-team edition, have forced a move. The bigger tournament has allowed almost half the countries in Africa to qualify, and that has meant 3 teams making their debut: Mauritania, Madagascar and Burundi. There will be some curiosity about them, but traditional giants like Nigeria, Ghana and holders Cameroon are all in great form and will be pushing Egypt all the way.
Our hashtag is Joy AFCON. We're looking forward to the start of the Africa Cup of Nations. But I'm sure you were following the story, yesterday. We know that football's World Governing Body has confirmed that Secretary General Fatima Samora will or has been appointed FIFA General Delegate for Africa in a bid to improve governance on the continent. Let's just get in right now. Joy Sports Center editor Ridwan Ibrahim Asante with just a few perspectives right now. Ridwan, tell me, how worrying was it to know that CAF President Ahmad Ahmad was the man who did the announcement?
In summary, it means that there's a lot of malfeasance at CAF, and then somebody must clean up the mess. And Fatima Samora has been appointed to lead a group. And if you look at the statement, that's the joint statement signed by CAF and FIFA. They say that Ms. Samora will be assisted by a group of experts who will work in a spirit of partnership with President Ahmad and the team in several areas, to include, amongst others, to oversee operational management of CAF, including governance and administrative procedures. 2, to ensure the efficient and professional organization of all CAF competitions. And then 3, to support the growth and development of football in all countries and regions of CAF. That's where the question mark, big question mark, comes in. What is happening to CAF now? Incompetence all over. Why is Ahmad still at post? If there's a mess, if somebody has created a mess, he needs to step aside, and then somebody else takes over. There's
a big question. So what happens after 6 months?
So after 6 months, according to the statement, it's
renewable.
It's renewable. So we've got a lot of perspective. Some feel that yes, Fatima has been put there just to cover up for Ahmad, because if anybody has done anything wrong, then he should be fired straight away.
Does that mean
but what is shocking is the silence, of the executive, the ESCO committee of CAF. It's too loud. The silence is just too loud. We're expecting the likes of Omari Constant, from DR Congo, that's the president of the association. Also, Amaju Panic, to also, talk. Nobody is talking from CAF, the executive committee, and that's particularly worrying. So, football governance and administration now in deep trouble.
Right, we'll be getting into our AFCON chat. Gary's here, Ridwan is here, but let me just tell you about the fixtures to round of 16. For the Women's World Cup. It's great to see Nigeria and Cameroon in the next round. Hopefully they can do well. There's Germany up against Nigeria. That's one game. Norway up against Australia. We've got England up against Cameroon. France will play Brazil. Spain play USA. Sweden will play Canada. Italy play China. And Netherlands will be up against Japan. Just a quick one there, because Luis Suarez scored a penalty as Uruguay twice came from behind to salvage a draw with Japan. Japan and Qatar are giving all these guys in the Copa America a proper run for their money, Daniel.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so, like George said, we'll be going into our AFCON chat in just a few minutes. We'll be hearing from Mubarak Wakaso, a striker Asamoah Gyan, and Coach Kwesi Appiah here on the Super Morning Show. Before that, though, we'll just take a couple of messages, and then we take the Stanbic Bank Money tip, we groove, and then we come back to continue with the AFCON chat. Stay with us.
MTN brand new Samsung 65-inch UHD Smart TV. Na brand new 2019 Hyundai. And I feel 3,000 Ghana there. MTN Momo. Still, Misaka, the journey of 1,000 smiles. Yashasya 10 years ago. And to celebrate this milestone, MTN are giving away exciting prizes in the MTN Momo Attend promo. Yeah, you use Momo, no? You could win one of the 2019 Hyundai i10 cars. Yes, some Samsung Smart TVs for baby. And they up to 3,000 cedis e-cash every month. And a grand prize, 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe in the MTN Momo Attend promo. Into signing on and keep using your MTN Momo. Now when it big, if it's every year, pussy August every year. Only on Ghana's best network. Dial *120# a check your points. Terms and conditions apply. Just Momo it. We're there for you everywhere you go.
This here is for the creative ones, the cool cats, the mavericks, the ones whose parents still don't know what they do, the ones who rock large froze and vintage clothes, those who describe everything they like as deep and create the beauty that takes our breath away. You should never stop creating to do your banking. That's why Standard Chartered bring you SC Mobile, a digital banking app that allows you to pay for that camera, get a statement for your visa, set up your debit card, and so much more whilst in the studio. Simply download the SC mobile app from the App or Play Store. Load money into your account and you're good to go. Just dial 3311 across all networks for free and be unstoppable. Standard Chartered, here for good. Terms and conditions apply.
It's Friday already. Good morning and welcome to the Money Tip. I'm Melvin. Do you save? Do you maybe keep a money box, a piggy bank, or a proper savings account? If you don't, then how do you handle unplanned spending or emergencies? Do you always turn to friends and relatives during emergencies? Well, if you can afford to hang out with friends, then you have no reason, absolutely no reason not to save. If you intend buying another shirt or shoe or wig or a new cloth or dress to attend a wedding or a party, and you do not have a savings account, then you are not taking good care of yourself financially. You cannot talk about wealth creation or a healthy personal finance without saving. You cannot spend or blow all your money and then hope to be wealthy. There are several savings products out there with different interest rates and benefits. Find time today and visit the websites of the banks or any other financial institution and choose one that will serve your savings goals and objectives. As you go into the weekend, remember to keep your spending within budget. Once you spend less than you earn, you will be able to save against emergencies as well as towards specific goals. I wish you a great weekend, and in whatever you do, remember to start saving if you have not started already. I will be looking forward to your questions and comments, which you can send to me via moneytips@stanbic.com.gh. Until we meet again next week, stay blessed.
The free personal finance management tool on the portal is a great way of tracking and managing your earnings. Stanbic Internet Banking also gives you the power to carry out your banking at leisure. Call the Stanbic Contact Center toll-free 18080 on MTN, 0800 1009 on Vodafone anytime you wish. You can reach me at moneytips@stanbic.com.gh or on Twitter with the hashtag #StanbicMoneyTips with all your questions on personal finance, investing, and anything to do with money. The Stanbic Money Tip is brought
to me swa on a board in a mepia e can't see what me saw in no be care me back go e can't see what go don e do me against back go.
You're too sexy, you're too bad, you're too naughty. Oh, I got to stop up, see me. Don't so much about it, me did it say, oh, yeah, mommy. Me to don't so much about fear. Me did it say, the grab and see if it's a be a lobby. Jojo Mujo, so simple the cars and the what come be a lobby. Jojo Mujo, so simple to be mistress, to be a lobby. Jojo Mujo, so simple to be mistress, to be a lobby. Jojo Mujo, wouldn't say shine chain, or extra so very good trend. But to the very innocent, pretty girls down there, what I pass a saying, baby. We see a shine chain, but that's about accent, very good trend. But to the very innocent, pretty girls down there, what I pass a saying, my level, we are good on queer.
Maybe today I don't get nothing, but tomorrow I go get something. And I go buy the motor for mama. But the enemy won't worry me. I go show all of them tragedy. No be today, we start to. So if I sing my song, if I keep up for long, because you don't know that day, oh Jesus Christ, he go come. So if you see me today, I know my level, I know my level, oh my level. Anybody publish a pen today, I know my level, I know my level, oh my level. The time I waka yo, I mean I can go my bed, lonely story.
It's
what time I buy my Toyota, plastic cover the Benena. What a lovely story. I don't live this life, yo, because I got my Bible, yo. Because the blessings I get from the Most High is so great, though. So if you see me today,
we know our level, we know our level. We know our level. Choice one. We know our level. Know our level. The level be number one.
Okay, so I didn't really intend for it